All right, you guys. So I'm so excited about this Zoom. I love Ashleigh. I know our team loves Ashleigh. I had the pleasure of meeting you at Surf and Turf, and like I just like you see her, and it's just like I want to be part of that. Like I want to be friends with her. You guys, she's so inspiring. If you're on our team, you've seen her, you've heard her, and I'm excited for you guys to hear her story, her road to presidential. She just promoted to presidential diamond. So I'll let you take the floor.
Woo! Yes, yay. Hey, everybody. I apologize. I'm sending a message real quick. Okay. Hey, everybody. What is up? Ashleigh Mayfield here. I hope you guys are all fantastic. I'd love for you to say hello in the chat. Tell me who you are. Tell me what your favorite color is. I'm just kidding. So my name is Ashleigh Mayfield. If you guys do not know me, I'm a little bit of a hot mess. So if you're a hot mess, just wave at me. Wave at me if I can see you and you're like, oh yeah, I'm a hot, holy mess. Okay, cool. I like that. You're my people. So I joined the company on May 24th, 2016 after literally stalking someone for 18 months. Did you guys stalk the person? I love interaction. So y'all gonna be asking you a lot tonight. All right. Did you stalk the person that before you joined, whoever you joined, and you're like, there's no way I'm ever doing that? Could you just wave at me if that was you? You're like, network marketing's a scam. That's such a scam. Okay, well, that was me. And what had happened was on the 1 year anniversary of me stalking this chick, I realized that her life had drastically changed. And I was at the same job, same car, same clothes, same pay. And I finally just kind of said enough was enough. I was so at the point where I was tired. And we were making decent money between me and my husband, but still, I wasn't living in freedom. And this girl was showing me how much freedom she had: freedom to buy the house on the lake in California, freedom to buy the car cash, freedom to come and go is with her daughter at the time. And I just desperately wanted that. And I was willing to do whatever it took. So I actually quit my full-time job as a retail manager about a month prior to joining It Works. And It Works was just a stream of income, you guys. It was just $200 to $300. I looked my husband dead in the face and said, I'm not making $500. So if that's the expectation, like I've already failed, but I will make $200 to $300 confidently. Okay. And you know what? I did something dumb and I committed a year. And I am a dominant red. Okay. And I am a secondary blue. And I don't like to call myself a quitter. I hate to be that girl that quit stuff. And so my first year, there were a lot of dips. I almost quit on month 7 and like literally almost walked away. It was a very tough month for me. Every day that month I cried. And you know what? Month 8, I woke up. I decided I've got 4 more months left of this junk. And, I better give it all I got. And within 6 weeks, I went from $250 to $2,000. 2 months later, got my husband diamond. So on my 1 year anniversary, I had me and my husband diamond. And the rest is history, man. I sat there. Month 10 got diamond. Month 12 got my husband diamond. Month 14 got double diamond. And then I kind of got a check in my spirit. I don't know if y'all believe in Jesus, but I do. And this is my Zoom tonight. So we're going to talk about Jesus for a second, all right? And, and so, because I'm trusting, Jackie, that you've given me permission to show up as Ashleigh Mayfield. And, I got a check in my spirit. And I just kind of realized, like, I'm kind of being a turd to my team. And that's never my intention. But I was being a leader, but I was not being effective because I was the only one that was winning. And that doesn't really feel good. So I made a decision August of last year that I was going to pull back. I wasn't going to be that dominant red anymore and fight for what I want, but I was going to learn to wear that yellow hat. And that was something I just really was not at the time. And so I'm grateful that I'm under an ambassador diamond who is like brighter than the sun yellow. So she taught me a lot of things that I could implement to help put my team first. And, I did all this self-development in 2017. A lot of you might see my 2018, right? You didn't know who I was prior to this year. And so a lot of people see 2018 and they're kind of enamored. They're like, whoa, how'd you go from double to presidential in 7 or 8 months? Like, what did you do? And, what you didn't see was 2017. You didn't see growth. You didn't see the consistency. You didn't see the late night, the tears, which I had plenty of those in 2018 too. You didn't see the people that I bulldozed over. You didn't see the poor leadership choices I made, which I've made plenty of those this year too. You didn't see the people that walked away from me. But we made a decision in August of last year that really propelled my 2018. And that was that I was going to learn how to be an effective leader. And I knew I had it in me. I've been in other leadership positions. Obviously, I come from retail management. I have a background in church ministry for years and years, serving on staff, overseeing 200 to 300 volunteers. And so I know how to be effective, but I wasn't being that in this industry. And so that my growth, looking on the inside, how many of you want to change? How many of you want to go to the next level? Wave at me if you're like, I want more money, I want more growth, I want more duplication. All right, I'm going to give you the secret sauce. Are you ready? Oh, sweet baby Jesus, I hope you're ready. Ready? Best tip I'll ever give you all night. It's you. Surprise! You are your secret sauce. No one is better than you. No one has more than you. Do not put me on a pedestal. Do not unmute yourself. I'm just kidding. There's nothing in me that is not on the inside of you. Who's unmuted? Who wants to talk? We can talk. Hey, I'm just kidding. So there's nothing greater on me that's not on the inside of you. And so when I realized that I had to take an honest internal assessment, and guys, this is what people will not do. You will not have the tough conversation with yourself. You will not look in the mirror and say, no, I dropped the ball. No, I called the wrong shot. No, I went left when I should have went right. And you won't take ownership, but instead we say this bull crap. My team doesn't show up. My team isn't running. My team isn't producing. Well, I don't have any runners. I told some of my leaders today, the next person in the tribe that says they don't have runners, I'm going to go skin their cat. Okay. And that was just a joke for anyone whose tribe that's on here. But guys, I don't want runners. You want to know what I want? I want to learn how to have a bomb system and how to duplicate and how to take an average person. You give me all the average people, I'll make you selling machines. That's what I want. But you know what? That didn't come until I had an honest internal assessment. Mayfield, you gotta level up. If you want something, you have to become the person your results require. And that was hard. It was a hard conversation because I had to eat some crow. I had to apologize to some people, and I had to backstep, backpedal. And it was really, really tough, but what you didn't see is that really hard season as a red, not putting myself first, learning how to put other people first, learning how to give of my time, learning how to make sure their why is more important than my why. That season changed me as a human. And that's what I love about this industry. And that's what I love about this business is it doesn't just, I'm not a better business owner. I'm a better Ashleigh Mayfield. And so because of that, because I made a decision and we made a decision to be our best, we decided to level up different areas of our life. And one of those levels was our finances. Here we were making double diamond pay. A year ago, my check was probably $4,000, maybe $5,000 between me and my husband. And now it's the average of over $22,000 in 1 year. Guys, don't underestimate what you can do in a year. Okay. And so because we said that we wanted to level up, we decided to go debt-free August of last year. November 5th, a year ago, is when we announced on Facebook Live we had $63,801.99 in debt. And if you do not know your debt down to the penny, you are not paying off your debt and you're not going debt-free. So stop lying to yourself, okay? You need to know your debt down to the penny. And so we decided to say we are going to not only honor God with our money, but we are going to really allow this to change our lives. And, a lot of you want the money. A lot of you want the bomb team. A lot of you want the high paycheck, but you're not willing to do what it takes to get there. And there is a form of arrogance for us to think that we deserve something that we haven't earned yet, right? And I had started my business doing that. I had started my business questioning why I wasn't getting the high checks and why I wasn't getting the runners. Well, Mayfield, you're not running. Mayfield, you're not growing. Mayfield, you're not, and I don't call myself Mayfield. I'm just saying that. And I really don't even know why. I never say that. So Jackie, you're pulling something out of me tonight, girl. Ooh, Lord. But I was not, how am I able to talk about how this industry can change your life? And I'm going to bed every night and I'm drowning in $63,801.99. 2 plus 2 does not equal 4. That don't make no sense, right? And so we decided to be serious. You know what we were doing? What we were really saying is we were saying, all right, God, you can trust me with a higher paycheck because I am going to honor you with what I have, and I'm going to make sure that I take care of, and you can entrust me with the check that I have right now, that I'm going to be responsible when I get the large check. You see, a year and a half ago, even 16 months ago, if I'd made 5 figures, I'd have been like, I don't even know, in Africa riding an elephant. Okay. So, but we decided to go debt free. November 5th was our groundbreaking moment, and what we thought would take a year, we got to pay off in 6 months. I want you to know that we went 100% debt free April 14th. It was actually April 13th, but then we woke up on the 14th and we had like $1 or something left. And then we paid that off. And then we woke up on that next Monday on the 16th and we had a penny left. So like our debt free kept dragging. It was annoying, but it took us about 6 months to go debt free. And I want you guys to hear me. I did that on double diamond pay. Double diamond. Okay. So in November, we were making maybe $5,000. And then guess what? Because we started, my leadership started changing. I started honoring my finances. I started respecting my money. I started telling my money where to go. And guess what happened in February? I started making over $10,000. Like, that's not a coincidence. If I had made $10,000 before I started going debt free, that would not have been a blessing. That would have been a curse, right? And so we started making 5 figures as a double diamond, went 100% debt free, April, whatever, we'll just call it the 14th. And then really cool things happened. I was asked to speak on stage from Cami Pentecost. I got to speak at the last, all the green carpets this year, with the exception of Spain, because I'm not going to go to Barcelona. The end of April, go to Dallas. I'm a double diamond talking on stage about being debt free. In July, I went to Bradenton as a triple diamond, which was super cool, talking on stage. And then in Grand Rapids, the end of October, I went as a presidential diamond talking on stage. So it's been a fantastic, fantastic year in the tribe.
That's seriously so awesome. So, okay, so that's kind of your journey up till now. So what switched in your day-to-day? Like, obviously a big thing that got you from, double to presidential is clearly your mindset, clearly like what you're feeding into yourself. But how are you, like, what were you doing on a day-to-day? Are you working social? Are you doing, vendor face-to-face? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing daily for your business?
I don't do anything face-to-face. Oh my gosh, I had a girl, one of my sweet friends, Sam, she lived in the same town as me. And I was still like, you want to Zoom? She came over to my house a couple times. She's so sweet, but now she doesn't live in the same town and I don't feel guilty. So I'm just shooting straight with you guys. So here's the deal. There's really like 2 ways to run your business. And I'm just going to shoot straight because Jackie has been so amazing and she's given me like 100% permission to be Ashleigh Mayfield. And here's the deal. There's really 2 different ways we can run this business. We can do it face-to-face or we can do it social media. Face-to-face is blitzing. Face-to-face is belly-to-belly. Face-to-face is rapping. It's sipping samples. It's vendor events. It's getting uncomfortable. It's, going out there and talking to strangers. It's handing out your coupon card and your business card. It's all of that stuff. It's all of it. All of it. All right. Am I making sense? Now, some people do both, right? Some people do a little bit face-to-face. Some people do a little bit social media. But if you're like, no, I'm running my business face-to-face, you can't pick and choose what you want to do, boo-boo. Like, you got to do it all. Okay. You got to amp it up. All right. Or you're doing social media. Okay. Social media is posting. Social media is messaging. Social media is host to post. Social media is Facebook lives. So, Ashleigh said the cuss word. Yeah, it's getting uncomfortable. Social media is, increasing your network. Social media is not having a private profile. Oh, but what if strangers see my kid's face? You go to Walmart. There's a lot more creepers there. All right. I assure you. Social media is making polls. Social media is rocking your stories. Social media is opening your business every day. And you don't get to pick and choose how you want to do that. Now, are you a rock star at everything? Absolutely not. But you step up to the plate for everything and you're open and willing to do anything. So what I tell the tribe and what I teach people is that I do 3 things every single day, non-negotiables. Now, I have more, and we're getting ready to implement more. I'm so excited. I'm ready for January. Me and my leaders were like, my brain's been on fire the last 48 hours coming up with some plans and stuff. But as of right now, I will say there's 3 pockets that I do every day. I don't care if I'm sick. I don't care if my kid is sick. I don't care if me and my husband are fighting. I don't care if someone quit my business. There's probably been less than 10 days I have not worked my business. And I just hit 2.5 years on the 24th of this month. Less than 10 days. And 6 of those days, I was on cruises. Okay, so like I was hyperventilating because I was like, oh, I can't touch my phone. So here's what I do. And I'm going to ask this, and I want 100% honesty. Okay. How many books have you finished in the last 90 days? I want you to drop it in the chat. And I want 100% honesty. Thank you. Thank you, Mariah. 1, 0, 1. None. Okay. 0.5. How the devil you have 0.5? Girl, someone always says that when I ask, like, oh, this is such a good book. Oh, Heffa, no. Okay, bye. Like, what? How do you have a 0.5 of a book? Oh, that's so funny. I appreciate this honesty because this is an honest assessment of yourself. So for those of you that said less than 3, you should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed. I'm going to tell you why. And I say this in love. Everything I say tonight is in love, but I am coming a little bit strong with my red hat. Okay. And this is because it's meant to help you. This is not meant to hurt you. Okay. So if you get your feelings hurt and you take it personal, you have to do an honest assessment of that as well. Okay. But here's the deal. You have a level of arrogance if you are asking for a better team, if you are asking for more sales, if you are praying for a runner, and if you are asking for your check to increase and you are not growing you. That is a level of arrogance that you don't need help, that you think your way is working. I'm going to say it's a level of arrogance or it's a level of stupidity. And I have to believe tonight, if you are on this Zoom or you're watching the recording, that you are not a stupid individual. Okay. And you need to read books, at least the minimum should have been at least 3, at least once a month. That doesn't mean you have to read it all in a day. Doesn't mean you have to read it, but you, over the course of a month, if you're, if the average book is less than 300 pages, I'm sure, I don't know, someone can Google. And if that's 10 pages a day, every other day, you can knock out a book. I don't think that math was right. I don't even know. I think it was. I don't know. I'm not agreeing.
You don't need to be good at math for this,
No, I'm not agreeing. And someone be asking me, what report does this do? I'm like, I don't know. I got the presidential without it. You're fine. You don't need it. I'm always like, go to Alicia. Alicia's agreeing. So guys, you have to do self-development. It is a non-negotiable. It is air to my lungs. It is the most important piece of my day. My husband knows, don't come into the bedroom before I come out of the bedroom. I wake up around 9 and it is rare. I've been doing a little bit lately and I got to get back to not. It is rare that I will even answer messages before 11 o'clock. A couple weeks ago, I said, I'm going to wake up at 9 every morning, and from 9 to 11 is me. That's a time I can lollygag. I can go really slow. I can drink my keto coffee. I journal. I do my self-development. Guys, it is no excuse with all the resources we have nowadays. And I'm rounding third and coming home to what I do every day. But I need you to get this point. This is the shift. Are you Jackie or someone else muted? Oh, got a baby crying. But this is the shift. Okay. The shift is that I am investing in myself. I am pouring into myself. I am growing myself. And there's really no excuse with all the technology we have. I love podcasts. Okay. So being able to listen to a podcast while you're in the shower, guys, they like Target, put it on your Christmas list. They've got little $25 contraptions, or on Amazon that you can Bluetooth. Okay. My only rule of thumb in the car is if it takes me longer to set up my Bluetooth than to get to the grocery store, because my grocery store is 2 minutes down the road, I'm obviously not going to set up my Bluetooth. But guys, while I'm in the shower, while I'm cleaning, you can have earbuds in, while I'm putting my makeup on, while I'm brushing my teeth, while I'm straightening my hair, I will pause it to blow dry. But guys, that right there, like if it takes you 30 minutes, that's 30-minute podcast right there. And if you listen to podcasts on 1.25 or 1.5, you can slam a couple of them back. But there's no excuse. There's none. So you need to be pouring into yourself. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what it takes to get to the next level because you've never been there. And so if you're not doing it daily, there's just no excuse. Now, if audio is not your thing, then get a physical book, but you have to protect that time. Time is like money, just like your mind. If you don't tell your mind where to go, you're going to start thinking stupid thoughts. If you don't tell your time where to go, you're going to start scrolling the internet. If you don't tell your money where to go, you ain't never getting out of debt. Okay. So every day I pour into myself. Now, listen, again, it's about stepping up to the plate. It's about knowing how to hold the bat and stepping up to the plate. I'm not hitting grand slams every day. There are some days all I can squeeze in is a 15-minute Zoom. That's it. There's other days where I'm literally listening for 3 hours because I cannot quench the thirst. It is like a muscle, your self-development muscle, your mindset muscle. You must work it. And the more you work it, the more it grows and the better it gets. And the more you're like, this is amazing. It feels so good. Okay. So if you are on here, because there's 106 people and I trust that Jackie's doing self-development or she wouldn't have like body slammed triple diamond in, I don't even know what she did, 2.5 seconds. Okay. So 104 of you, like you're worth spending time investing in yourself. That is a non-negotiable. 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Like, I don't care. It's air to my lungs. So I pour into myself. No one is going to take care of Ashleigh Mayfield like Ashleigh Mayfield. That is not my husband's job. That's not my ambassador Diamond's job. That's not Mark Pentecost's job. That's not my pastor's job. It's not my team's job. It's not my kids' jobs. It's not my friends' jobs. It's my job. That's my responsibility. Okay. And I'm worth showing up and being the best human that I can. So that is my non-negotiable number one. So if you think about an hour, I'm just going to kind of break it down into thirds. Okay. And Mark talks about this a lot once you go diamond. I've heard him say it a couple times. If you think about your an hour and you break these three things I'm going to say down in thirds, I spend about 20 minutes doing that. Now, again, I spend a lot more, but I'm just using this for example's sake. A third of an hour, third of 60 minutes is 20 minutes. You're going to spend 20 minutes pouring into yourself, making yourself better. Affirmations, meditation, visualization, journaling, all the other Asians you can think of. Not Asians, even though they're cool too. The next third is your business. There is a difference between your business and your team's business. You need to know where your business is at. You need to know where your volume is at. You need to know what numbers you need. You need to make sure that you're working your business and not just doing the self-development, because the self-development is nothing without action. Because if I'm going to be honest with you, you can get results without any self-development. Your charisma will take you so far. I got Ruby in 60 days and then I sat there for 7 to 9 months. Oh, your personality and your charisma will take, your talent will take you so far. Okay, but we're not talking about just being a talent star. We're talking about dominating, all right? I don't like none of y'all unless you're tribe. I love Jackie, but I don't like none of y'all. I'm here to annihilate you, okay? So I expect that same respect to me. Ashleigh, I love you, but I'm here to annihilate you, okay? But you need to focus on your business. It is a level of arrogance for you to think your team will ever outwork you. Period, point blank. Now, are there moments where they do? Absolutely. I've learned I don't have to be the beast all the time. All right. I want other people to win. I want my team to succeed and pull in numbers higher than me, but don't get it twisted. When I find out they're riding on my coattail, ooh, it ticks me off. And I have a hard talk with myself. Ashleigh, pull it together. You're better than this, you know? And so I'm always doing the work. And that again is my social media. My social media is my platform. I rock Instagram. I rock Facebook. Please follow me. If you add me as a friend, I will not approve you, but you're more than welcome to follow me. Everything I do is public. Okay. I have a lot of people that ask for private Zooms. This is about the best you're going to get. Because I like Jackie because she's sweet. And because the first time she met me, she like cussed me out in like the best possible way. She's like, you're effing amazing. And I effing love you. And I was like, who is this girl? And do you remember it was in Bradenton at the Diamond and Above reception? You like grabbed me. You're like, you are effing amazing. I was like, who is this crazy Canadian girl? It was amazing though. I loved it.
So funny.
But I'm running my business. I'm doing Facebook Lives. I'm, making sure I'm doing my follow-ups. I'm connecting with, my customers. I'm checking in. I do all those things that we all know to do. If you on here tonight, you know the things you know to do. All right. I'm doing all those things. So again, if you think about 60 minutes, 20 minutes is pouring into Ashleigh Mayfield. 20 minutes is pouring into Ashleigh Mayfield's business. And then the last 20 minutes is connecting with the tribe. I'm making sure I've got my hands on charting. I'm connecting in the chats. I'm making sure that I'm meeting with my leaders. I'm setting up Zooms. I'm finding out their why. I'm launching new business partners. And I spend a third of my time doing that. Now, are there moments where your business and your time, or not your business, but are there moments where your time is not aligned? Absolutely. And I want to talk about leader guilt for a minute. Okay. I would love, and this is not to embarrass anybody, but I do need to know where you are at. I would love to know what rank you are at. Okay. Because I need to know who I'm talking to tonight and what range of people. Oh, Lexi, you better get emerald, girl. Oh, I thought that said 666. I was like, Lexi, we about to, get the demons out, girl. You better be off the Zoom going, or by the end of the Zoom, you better be getting emerald on the Zoom, okay? We on party. Miranda too, congratulations. That is awesome. Breezy, I can't tell you, girl, you can't hear. 43 away from executive Crystal. That is so awesome. Started 6 days ago, about to be charted Ruby. Good job. 500 to Emerald. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I just have to stop for a second. I'm so sorry. Danielle, congratulations, girl. You're going to nail that. And Kanani, yay! Boom, boom. Dude, you rocking it. That's my girl. 200 GB away from executive. Yay. 5,000 from triple. Caitlin, I swear on everything holy, if you do not finish triple, you can so do it. There's so much time. There's so much time. Another one, Katie. Oh my gosh. Why you got all these triples about to pop, girl? This is so awesome. Good job, Stephanie. Okay, cool. I love that. So let's talk about leader guilt, because there's a lot of people who, it sounds like you're a leader if you're on here. Oh, Mariah. Congratulations, Mariah. Sorry it took me 5 years to respond to you. That's the right Mariah, right? The one that I messaged today? I think so. I thought your last name was Newsome. Anyways, so let's talk about leader guilt. Sometimes those times of the 20-20-20 gets, okay, cool. Thank you, Mariah. Sometimes the 20-20-20 gets out of alignment. Let's be honest, okay? There's moments where, and some of my leaders have kind of felt this before, and you have to talk about leader guilt, guys. Sometimes your numbers aren't pulling in as much as you want because you're so busy helping your team. That's okay. That's still a win. Now, if your numbers aren't pulling in and you're not showing up for your team, red flag. Okay. If all you're doing is doing stuff for your team, but you're not consistent with what you know you should be doing, red flag. Okay. Like, you have to be able to stay doing the things you want to do. But guys, I went presidential in September. Do you know that was one of my lowest months as far as personal enrollments? That was one of my lowest months of the year. And there was a moment where I was like, man, I kind of feel like a turd, right? But do you know how much I poured into the tribe, and I was helping people promote, and I was teaching them to pull in their own people? And you can't feel bad about that. I felt bad for a second, and my husband's like, you're not gonna feel bad about that. You just poured into, so you know how many people promoted because you went presidential, blah, blah, blah. And, so there's moments where it comes out of alignment. There's moments where your months might be heavy and you're like, oh my gosh, everything's like, my seeds are being harvested and I got to roll. And then what you need to do after that is you need to make sure you're helping your team duplicate that. Is someone else unmuted? I squirrel sometimes. I apologize. Can someone tell Breezy Smith to log off and then log back on and give her, can hit the green button, because she never hit that, so she's not getting audio. And so sometimes we have that leader guilt because our business is not in alignment. And as long as you're doing and you're staying true to the work, and you're continuing to have that honest assessment of yourself, you guys would be shocked how much it's okay. You'll have moments, there's an ebb, there's no balance. I hate that word, but there is a finesse. and you finesse. 1 minute, your team might need a little bit more of your time, and then you might have a lot of seeds that you're harvesting, and there's just kind of a finesse. But for me, my overall day is I touch my self-development, I touch my business, and I touch my tribe. Those are my non-negotiables I do every single day.
I love that. I love that. So, okay, this is like our most commonly used word, but I'd love to hear your take on it. So we're a big social media team. Majority of people are working 100% social. And a lot of the things that we hear is people just get started, you know, they start posting, they start messaging, growing their network, doing all the things, but they're not getting instant results. How important would you say consistency is if you are working a business on social media?
Oh, I'm so sorry that you just started and you're not getting instant results. Boo hoo. You know, my mom used to say growing up, and it really used to tick me off until I got older. And then I started laughing at her. And you don't want to laugh at your mom. But anytime I'd cry, she's like, oh, all the little who's down in Whoville cried boo hoo hoo. Like, I'm so sorry that you just started and you're not a diamond. I'm so sorry you're 16 days in and don't have a customer yet. Like, guys, you're better than that. Okay. Consistency is everything. It's everything, you guys, because sometimes it's not that you're not consistent. Sometimes it's your mindset. Sometimes it's not your mindset and you're consistent, but it's your energy. Sometimes it's not that, you know, sometimes you're consistent and you have good energy, but sometimes you're just not getting the right attention. You don't have the right network. And so you have to give yourself time and grace. I like to call it aggressively patient. You have to be aggressive after what you want, but you have to be patient. You are not the bee's knees. And because you think that you should be diamond yesterday, you are not entitled to anything. You will be diamond when you are ready to handle diamond. And so my suggestion is you become the person your results require. Figure out what it is that you want. Figure out, and this is what I love that Pam helped teach me in all my self-development, figure out what you want. Okay, we wanted to go debt-free. Now you need to write down everything it's going to take to do that. And so Pam, I got a private through this really crazy course of events. I got a private one-on-one with her before she even knew who I was at conference this year, a 10-minute one-on-one session with her. It was insane. Me and one of my leaders did. And she told me, I said, what is it going to take for me to go ambassador this year? And she said, don't get your eyes on ambassador, get your eyes on presidential. I said, okay. And she said, you need to grow your team. She said, think about your ideal distributor. Write down every quality you want them to have. Write down what their attitude is. How are they going to show up? Are they going to be consistent? Are they going to be hungry? What's their mindset? What is ACE? I love you too. What's their, how are they going to lead? How are they going to own mistakes? How are they going to talk about themselves? How are they going to carry themselves? What's their demeanor like? She had me, or she told me to write down this list of everything I wanted in a rock star. Because we're always talking about runners. You got to find runner. Can't stand that word. And she said, take that list. Now you become everything that list is. Become that list. And when you become that list, you will attract that list. Like attracts like. So I would say to the person that is struggling that, oh, I joined 9 days ago and 3 people said no, I don't think it's for me. We all have those. I'm not making fun of everyone. I'm laughing with you. Okay. Cause we've all been there. Okay. Wave at me if you thought that. Like, don't lie. Every one of us was like, oh my gosh, why am I not diamond yet? Why am I not triple yet? Like, we've all thought that. Okay. And see, these things don't change as you progress. I still have bad days. I still have people quit. I had someone quit that joined someone local to them, or someone not joined me and joined someone local to them who was a distributor. And I'm not knocking on anyone who's a distributor, but I'm like, you realize, like, I'm a top 100 income earner? Like, I can show you how to do it. But she wanted someone local. Sometimes it's no dice, okay? But here's the deal. If you do not, and I'm talking actually on a Facebook Live about this when I hop off. So if you are not mission-minded, if you do not know what the mission is, you're not going to think consistency matters. And you won't get discouraged when one person tells you no, because you don't know what the mission is. You don't know. You're not going into battle. Like, you are going into battle. You are fighting for your freedom. You are fighting for your future. You're fighting for the ability to come home, the ability to retire your husband, the ability to give back in a capacity you can't give right now, the ability to start that business, whatever it is that you're fighting for. Like, you have to be consistently showing up for you. I have to show up every day. So I challenge you, not even in your business. You got to show, I got to have Ashleigh Mayfield show up for Ashleigh Mayfield. I don't have to get ready if I stay ready. I got to stay ready every day. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got to be consistent in my business, because the one day you're not, like, you don't know what you could lose. You don't know who's watching you behind the scenes. I just had a rock star join in July that never liked anything, never watched anything live, never commented, never liked nothing. Messages me out of the blue. Took her about 3 weeks to join. She's now one of my Ruby leaders pushing Emerald. And she was one of my sister's best friends growing up. And she basically like wrote me a dissertation about why she didn't want to join me, but about how she had stalked me for the last 2 years. I mean, like when we met on a Zoom one-on-one, I was like telling her about my story. She goes, I know when you went diamond last March. Like, y'all, she was verbatim telling me crap. I was like, I was going to be like that. And she's like, I don't think you get it. I made sure to watch your lives when you were done. I made sure to stalk your page when it was late at night and you weren't on, just in case I accidentally double-clicked something, you didn't get notification. Like, this girl legit stalked, okay? I would have, imagine if I had thrown in the towel. Imagine if my enroller had thrown in the towel. You see, she was already a presidential diamond in the business, her first year, and I didn't join until going into her third year of business. Imagine if she had thrown in the towel. Imagine if she wasn't consistent. I was her number one income earner. Like,
actually, what's your enroller's name again?
We're not going to talk about her.
Okay. I was going to say, I think I met her, but anyways, okay, we'll move on.
No, you haven't.
Loud and clear. Okay. So consistency is obviously super important, and bringing on, I know you kind of touched on this, but you know, there's a lot of new people that have got started with this $20. So what would you say, like, if you could talk to yourself when you first started and you're kind of at that point, you know, you're excited, you're watching other people have success, but you're just sitting there and you're thinking like, this isn't for me. Like, I don't have the network to do this. Like, what is that thing that you're telling yourself to get you through that time quicker?
Well, first off, I'm going to stop watching other people and I'm going to stop lying to myself. So number one, you need to unfriend or hide anyone that you are watching that is not like, if we could just shoot straight, there's like a good side to business, and then there's like a good side to us, and then there's like a dark side to us. And I'm one of those dark side people. I'm one of those people that when I see someone get something I want, it pisses me off so much that I'm like, I'm better than them. I have to go annihilate them now. Okay. Like, and that's just kind of like, I'm kind of driven by the dark side a little bit. All right. Not encouraging that, guys. I got some weird psychological issues I got to work out. Okay. But here's the deal. If you just joined, you need to stop looking at what you want in the moment. Okay. Because a lot of people, what they confuse is the goal and the work. All right. And they have it flipped. And so I often, if you've ever heard any of my Facebook lives, I talk about the mountain and this, like the mountain, or like the macro and the micro, or I talk about the telescope and the microscope. Okay. The micro is what you do in the moment. It's a telescope. It's your day to day to day to day to day. The macro is the mountain that's in the distance. That seems so huge. And it seems like it's forever to get to, right? But what a lot of people do is instead of, they flip it. And they think their mountain is in front of them and the micro is far away. So meaning all they think about is the goal. They consume themselves with like, I want to be diamond. Why am I not diamond? I'm never going to get diamond. Why can't I make $2,000? All they do, which they're thinking about it in the wrong way. And so they flip like, I want what I want and I want it now, right? Like those little commercials or whatever. And instead you really need to stay focused on the work. Okay, am I doing the thing that I need to do today that's going to take me to where I want to go? Again, there's a level of arrogance that you think that you are entitled to something. So if I could have an outer body experience and go back to Ashleigh Mayfield in May of 2016, I probably would have had her do self-development quicker. And I can already tell there's about 50% of you, maybe 75% of you that, you know, you got some work to do. You got work to do. Okay. And the good thing is you have a solid 2 months until conference. And if you're not going to conference, I just don't even have words. Okay. Let's just talk about that. You need to get 3 fast starts, and I don't care if you have to pay full price. You need to get the job done. All right. Cause you basically saying, I don't like money. If I'm not coming to conference equals I don't like money. Just going to say, okay? You can throw daggers at my face later. Take a screenshot. I'll take a pretty one. And you can like draw X's on my eyes. I don't care. Okay. But you know, you have to become the person that your results require. You have a solid 2 months so you can grow and you can learn. But, you know, I had a lot of emotional stuff I had to get over. I had a lot of things that I had to get over, not in this business. I think so many times people are just thinking about the business. Guys, success is a you thing. That's why you are the secret sauce. It's a you thing. And so if I could go back and do it any differently, I would go back and tell Ashleigh that she needs to get over herself emotionally, and she needs to deal with some things emotionally in her life that had her bound at the time for 31 years. So that would be like my best thing. But guys, like, you got to just realize that this, you know, it took me 28 months to go presidential. That 28 months out of the rest of my life. Are you kidding me? And like when you're on this side of it, you're like 28 months, but I get like, if I told you, like, just put yes or no in the chat. If I told you in the next 12 months, you could double your income, or if you're not diamond, you could go diamond in the next 12 months. Would that be worth it? Would it be worth it if you're a diamond and I said in the next 12 months, you could be triple? Would it be worth it if you're a double and I said in the next 12 months, you can be presidential? Exactly. So why are you guys not doing the work? Why are you not growing your mindset? Why are you not doing the only thing that you have control over? You know what I mean? Like, you have control over that. And I think we get so wrapped up on the things we don't have control over. You do not control whether someone says yes or no. You have no control over that. Now you can influence it. I like to say influence. It's a lot prettier than manipulate. You can influence that, but you have no control over that. And I will never forget my 3rd month in the business, September 2016. I was wearing our green shirt because I just went ruby. And Bradenton Green Carpet was my first conference, and they just announced, or they just had like the green shirt. It was my first 8-work shirt, and I was wearing it, and I was on the way to pick my daughter up. And as I was doing a U-turn to go into her daycare, I just flippantly said off my tongue, I said, God, I wish I could figure out how to get people to say yes. And it wasn't even praying. And almost instantly in my spirit, he said, that's not your job. That's my job. And I was like, oh, my job is to share. That's my job. I can control what I put in my brain. I can control the thoughts that I make. And I know some of you are on here and you're like, well, that's garbage. I can't control that. No, you can. Your mind is a muscle. If you practice and you are intentional, you can do whatever you want. I can build my belief. I can protect my eyes, my ears, my mouth, my relationships. I can eliminate things from my life that don't serve me. I can show up every day. I can give my best. I can do 1% more than I did the day before. I can be consistent. I can get uncomfortable. I can ask 5 more. I can go for 1 more. Those are the things you have control over. But instead, we get frustrated when people say no. It's not your choice. You don't say yes to every opportunity you have that presents itself. You don't go into every store in the mall. That's a level of arrogance. Okay?
Oh, that's so good. I just love how you put it, because it's like, really, nobody owes anybody anything. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like people come into this business and they're like, oh, my mom's not even set. Like, nobody owes it to you.
No, they don't. You owe it to yourself.
Yes. Okay, my one last question for you, because I know that as soon as we get off here, everyone's going to be clicking that follow button on your page. What is 2019 bringing for you and your family? because of this business? Like, where are you going? What's your goals?
Well, I'm definitely going to annihilate Ambassador Diamond because my tribe is worthy of being an Ambassador Diamond tribe. And, you know, the goal is super scary. We are getting ready to move across state, which I'm super excited about. We're doing that in the next 3 weeks. It's been a really cool series of events that God has just like immediately made things happen. I can't even describe it. God's confirmed to us, like, to move, it costs about $8,000 just for everything that we need to handle. And Jason told me the number and I kind of freaked out. And then 2 days later, we found out we're getting $8,000 back in our taxes. I'm talking like crazy stuff. So we're getting ready to move in the next 3 weeks. And, you know, the big goal is $100,000 a month. That's the goal. I looked Mark Pentecost dead in his face and said, I'm going to be a black diamond. And I don't know how long. And I've already told Stephanie Dunn, I said, you better keep running, because the moment you slip up, I'm gonna beat you. So don't slip up. You better raise that bar, because I'm running and I want a fight. I don't want no easy win. I don't want no pussified win. Okay. It's about as vulgar as I'm gonna get. I can't believe I said that. I've been listening to too much vulgar stuff lately. All my people that are like, oh, she listened to Andy today. So, you know, I mean, that's the big goals. I want to dominate everybody. I want to be the best. I want to be number one. I want unlimited access. I want the tribe to dream so big. We will be the tribe that has the most people going debt free in 2019. And, you know, I am willing to become, to do, and to adapt whatever it takes to be who I need to become for those results, as well as to be the leader that my tribe needs. So I'm just fired up. It's going to be a good year next year.
Oh my God, you get me so fired up. Well, I seriously appreciate your time more than you know. My inbox is blowing up. Everyone's like, I love this girl. I'm like, I know, she's awesome. So we appreciate you so much. And I can't wait to watch you take down Stephanie Dunn. And I would actually pay money to see you tackle Stephanie Dunn.
Oh, she's a beast. She's a beast. Listen, she is so absolutely incredible, you guys. Honestly, like, this company is so amazing. I want you guys to know that you're in good hands. And she's so amazing. When we were in Grand Rapids, like, first off, we went to Surf and Turf, and of course her and Joel were there because Stephanie dominates everything. Don't you guys love that you are a part of a company that the #1 income earner, like, works their business? Like, she annihilates everything, and I love it. And she intimidated the fire out of me, though. I'm pretty sure I didn't even say hello to her at Surf and Turf. And like, crap my pants. Like, I was like, oh my God, there's Stephanie Dunn. Like, I was super intimidated by her. Okay. And so, like, I know she knows who I am. But just like, I mean, I've gone up into her and talked to her before when I was a nobody, but then, like, when I'm at the Pentecost ranch, I'm like, okay, I got to keep my cool here because I'm here with some people who are like are big wigs to me, and I got to, like, act cool. Okay. Like, I remember when Morgan McIntyre, I call her Morgan McIntyre Mayfield Martin. She, like, walked up to me. She's like, you're Ashleigh Mayfield, right? And I was like, yeah. She's like, my team loves you, and they personally asked if you do a Zoom. And I was like, like, you just kind of crap your pants when people are like, you know me because I know you. We're best friends. You just don't know. And so anyways, fast forward. So I, like, don't even talk to Stephanie when we're at this event, like this private day at Mark Pentecost Ranch, or I, like, might say hi to her. That's it. I'm like, hi. Don't breathe the air. Don't contaminate her air. She's so awesome. And so we're in Grand Rapids last month, and we walk into the VIP event. Me and Jason do. And she walks over and she's like, Ashleigh Mayfield. And I'm like, and she comes up and gives me this big hug. And I'm having this amazing 60-second one-on-one with Stephanie Dunn. Until Mark Pentecost comes and wraps his arm around me. He's like, I only know one girl that has purple hair, and that's Ashleigh Mayfield. And I'm like, and to, like, look Stephanie Dunn in the face and say, like, Jason's like, do you realize how crazy that was? Like, we were trapped between Stephanie Dunn and Mark Pentecost, and we had to choose who we would talk to. And I was like, Stephanie, I got to finish this conversation later. And it's not that I haven't talked to Mark Pentecost. I've talked to Mark Pentecost a whole heck of a lot more than I have Stephanie Dunn, right? Like, we've cut up in a buggy before on his ranch. But it was just a really, really cool, amazing moment when you're like, two incredible people that inspire the crap out of you are saying your name at the same time. And you're kind of like, well, Mark signs the paycheck, so I'm going with Mark. You know what I mean? But I love Stephanie. I love her to death. So I'm super fired up. I'm ready for her to start dreaming bigger because I'm coming, and time's going to tell when it'll happen. Time will tell when I, start climbing up those ranks. But man, definitely want to be in the top 20. Want to be in the top 20 next year. So top 100, those 3 digits, baby. It's just not good enough for me. I need 2 digits.
Gosh, you're so awesome. That's so funny. Well, we appreciate your time so much. We respect your time so much, and I cannot wait to see you at conference. I'll be coming up behind tackling you.
Yes, I'm so excited. Thank you guys. What an honor. You guys, Jackie's absolutely amazing. She's so much fun. You guys have a rock star of a leader, and just kill it. Guys, we have 32 days left in the year. Don't slow down. The seeds you plant in December, I promise you, will yield a harvest come 2019. Do not slow down. Few things. You need to work on yourself. You need to stay consistent. You know that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And I don't care how stupid and how redundant that is, it is the truth. Holidays are coming up. People are going to be busy. You're going to be busy. Your time's going to be pulled this way and that way. You're going to be overwhelmed. If you don't have a game plan put in place, you are going to be behind in 2019. And you want to know who you're going to be behind? The tribe. All right. So you better come and annihilate. You better come and say, oh, that Ashleigh Mayfield, this team, oh, we taking her out. All right. That's the expectation. All right. We cool now, but when we on the battlefield, oh, girl, it's game on. All right. So that's the expectation. You guys, finish the job. Whatever your goal is, finish it. And if you don't get it in the next 30 days, you're not a failure. You haven't become the person that is required for that. That's all. Start becoming that person and watch how easily you crush your goals. Okay.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you. You're amazing.
No, I'm no better than you. You're amazing. Don't put me on a pedestal.
You're just awesome. So I wanted to unmute myself and just say, you're awesome.
Thank you. You're awesome. What's your name?
My name's Acacia, and I'm really obnoxious, and I'm just out there, and so I'm just that person. So I just had to say, you're awesome. So
Acacia, you're awesome too. Every one of you are awesome. Every one of you are awesome. Go crush 2019, but do your gosh darn self-development, or I'm gonna come and skin your cat. All right, for the love. Y'all are disappointing. All right, I love you guys. Have a good night. Thank you for having me on, Jackie. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Bye.